Cicero. Lip shits.
Pop!
Sick. Squish. Cicero. Lip shits.
Pop!
Sick. Squish. Cicero.
Lip shits.
Pop! Sick. Squish. Cicero.
Lip shits.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I betcha you would have done the same.
Pop! Sick. Squish.
Cicero.
Lip shits. You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bernie. Oh, Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop! Well, I come home this one day, and I'm really irritated and looking for a little bit of sympathy. And there's Bernie, lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping! So I said to him, I said, Bernie, you pop that gum one more time! And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall, and I fired 2 warning shots into his head.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I betcha you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago, and he told me he was single. And we'd hit it off right away, so we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd mix him a drink, we'd have dinner. Well, it was like heaven in 2.5 rooms. And then I find out, single, he told me. Single? Oh, sure. Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know? So that night when he came home for dinner, I mixed him his drink as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in its prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime.
Now, I'm standing in the kitchen. I'm carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business when in storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been messing with the milkman," he says. He was crazy, and then he kept on screaming, "You've been messing with the milkman!" And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I betcha you would have done the same. My sister Veronica and I did this double act, and my husband Charlie used to travel around with us. Now, for the last number in our act, we did these 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip-flops, one right after the other. Well, this one night we were in Cicero, the 3 of us, sitting up in a hotel room, boozing and having a few laughs, and we ran out of ice. So I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming.
They took the
all
flower
along.
in its prime.
I didn't do it,
And then they used
but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved Alvin Lipschitz more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy. sensitive, a painter. But he was troubled. He's always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself. And along the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
The dirty bomb, the dirty bomb. They had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming all along. 'Cause they used us, and they abused us. Could you tell us that we were wrong? They had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming. They only had themselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen, I bet you would have done the same. You popped that gum
6 wives.
10 times. Number 17, the spread
Artistic
eagle.
differences.
I bet you would have done